Okay, so this is our remote PC. Okay, so let us access our VPN from this PC. Okay, so for as a best practice, we will access this VPN with the host name rather than the IP address. Okay, so let me add one host entry in host file. So our IP is 55.55.55.101. Okay, the name will be keep it as vpn.sec tools.com. Okay, let's save it. So let's access with this name. Okay, so we are getting certificate warning because we have default certificates. Okay, so now we are getting the authentication page. Okay, so we need to put our credentials, AD credentials. Okay, so we'll use as Neil. The password will be TD password. Let's log in. Okay, so access president BMB TD fill in access for. Okay, there is something missing. Okay, so good. So let's check our FI. So let's go to our access policy. So here let's see what is missing. So we have login page, we have authentication. Okay, then advanced resource signing. Okay, we forgot the network settings, I guess. Remote access network settings. Okay, update. So we have got the network setting and the web top. Okay, so save it. So that's why it was giving an error. Okay, apply the policy. Okay, let's go back to remote PC. Okay, so let's open new session. We can click new session here. Okay, so username is again Neil. Password is ECD password. Okay, so now we have got the network settings here. Okay, so always open. Okay, choose application. I guess we don't have any application installed, so let's install first. Okay, because this is a fresh PC. Okay, so we'll install our VPN client. Okay, so so we need to download from our FI. It is already there in our FI as a internal software. Okay, so I'll pause it. Okay, till I download and install. Okay, because it is first time it is time consuming. Okay, but when you access second time it is pretty faster because the client is already there. So let me pause it now. Okay, so we have downloaded the file, so let's install it now. Okay, so I'll pause it here because it will take some time. Okay, it has installed now. So now we'll click here. So now we have installed the VPN client. So now he will try to download the settings. Okay, from our the settings, network settings, and with that settings it should run as a VPN. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let me close this. We will again try to launch the application. Okay, so choose applications. So now we have the client here. Okay, so always use this application and open the link. So let it update. He's updating some settings. Okay, so let it take it. Okay, so let's see now. See, first time it will take little bit time, okay, more time, because he has to download it, okay, configure it, then download the settings, okay. There are many other things. So but when you try to access second time, it will be quite faster, okay. So let's see. Okay, he's giving certain warning, so let's proceed. Okay. Okay, yes. So our VPN is connected now. If you see here, the VPN is connected our network. Okay. So let's see if you can see our IP details. Okay. Okay. So we are connected. Yes. So here you can see your show IP configuration. Okay. So you can see your public. I mean the IP pool which is assigned from the pool that we configured. Okay. Also you can see our DNS server. Okay. Internal DNS server. Okay. So here you can see the routing table. Now we configured the split tunneling, okay. So that's why we have to we can see our route here, okay. So so it's fine, okay. Now let us access our internal resources, okay. So we'll try to access our OA application, okay, with name. So it's jupyter.secopstools.com/OA. Okay, it's not resolving. Oh, it's I wrote it Juniper, okay. It's Jupyter. Okay, yes, we can access our OA, okay. Yes, so let me log in here. Yes, so our VPN config is working fine, okay. So just last thing I'll show you here, okay. uh, we'll go to F5. So you go to overview, okay. So here you will see the session, okay. This is the session ID, okay, for this particular session what we created. This is the username, okay. Here you can see the client IP address, okay. Here you can see the virtual server where we are connecting, okay, and you can see the start time and the expiration time. So for this particular APM policy, okay, the the timeout is, if you see here, the idle timeout is 900 seconds, okay. So in I guess 15 minutes. So here you can see the timeout. So if you're idle for 50 minutes, the session will be automatically disconnected, okay. So this is good thing for troubleshooting and other things, okay. Even if you click the session ID, here you can see additional logs, okay. Yeah, so the user the browser header, okay, the agent information. Here you can see the client IP address, okay. Then you can see the user name, okay, which is Neil, okay. So here you can see the logs which are good for troubleshooting, okay, if you have any issues and all, okay. So I guess pretty good. So we have done the remote access config, okay, with full tunnel. Actually, I mentioned full tunnel, but we are doing split tunneling. The full tunnel, what I want to say is that this PC becomes the part of our network, and without any issues, he can access our internal applications, okay. All our internal applications, okay, with the same names what we are accessing from our internal network, okay. So fine. So our config is working fine, okay. So you can try it out, and let's see if you have any issues. Let me know in the comments, okay. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you again.